Okay, so what I might do is I might not use the eye serum, the Glow Eye Serum Vitamin C, and so yeah, and ceramides brightening. I might not use this today. I can see no one's in. But I might go back to using the vitamin C caffeine kick. I really enjoyed this until I started getting bites around my eye area. So it'll be interesting to see if it was bites or if it was an allergic reaction to this. But I'd been using it for a long time before I got those bites or whatever it was. I really like it because it's cooling. Hi Presley. So for today we're just using this. And obviously my day cream. Right. Nivea Q10 Anti-Wrinkle Sensitive Firming Day Cream. So we're going early today. And we're going to see how well this live does. Then a bit on the forehead. You honestly don't need much. Hi Polly. Okay, let's get some water. So it's just very simple skincare. And then making sure that's cleansed into the skin. Otherwise, when you put your primer on, it will pill. I don't know, I've got a few breakouts at the moment, Polly. But normally, yeah, I do have pretty good skin. For the last month or two, started off with like a few breakouts, and then it started off with me getting bites, insect bites, and now there's just a few breakouts here and there. You have breakouts too. Yeah, they're not pleasant, are they? Right, let's go on with some of this e.l.f. Liquid Poreless Putty Primer. This is in my project pan, so it will stay in my little basket until I've used it up. I freak out when I get breakouts because I'm not used to them. If you're not used to them and there's something suddenly on your face, it's like, no. But I don't care how old you are, at some stage in life we all get breakouts and we just have to deal with them. Like my friend Lisa said, do you not have any pimple patches? And I said, for what reason would I have pimple patches? I don't suffer with pimples normally. But maybe I should get some because they're happening more frequently. I think it's hormones. Maybe stress too. Hi Raga. Right, I'm just trying to figure out what I want to use today. Am I going to be putting this e.l.f. foundation back? I think I will when there's only really going to be today, and then I'm going to do a new Shop My Stash tomorrow, I think. So we'll use the e.l.f. Soft Glam Satin Foundation. With that, I want to use, where are you? Yeah, with that I want to use the Wet n Wild Mega Glow Glowing Love Radiance Liquid. Hi Shannon. You don't need a lot. I think I've been putting too much on. Like on some videos I've looked back and it's like, who's that? Is that the Tin Man? So, I mean, it's really moisturising. It's just like, to me, this is like another moisturising step. Hi Daniel. So going off to live at the moment, I've been here 6 minutes. It looks like it's going to be a quiet one. Right, so e.l.f. Soft Glam Satin Foundation. My shade is the lightest, so it's in the shade Fair Cool. You are handsome, thank you. Very nice of you to say. Then we'll get some up here. Right, and I think that's all I'll need. Put that there a sec. Right, so I'm going to go in with my brush. I just need to make sure the excess foundation's off from yesterday. I need to clean this brush really. So we'll do the forehead first and just blend in circular movements. Thank you for the hearts, whoever's doing that. I have to attend some training now, but lovely to stop in, enjoy the makeup. Thank you. Thanks for coming in, Polly. I think I'm going to put some spray on this brush. Feels like it's dragging. And what I've used is the Face Facts Vitamin C Facial Mist. Like, you can do that whenever you're using a brush or a sponge. Just put a bit of spray on and it should just be smoother. I'm not commenting much, but I'm here for the whole live. Thank you, Presley. I always think base is the, like, especially foundation, I always think foundation is the most boring part of doing makeup. That's why when people say to me, so what, can you recommend a foundation? I can never recommend one. Because I tend to just go with drugstore over high-end. So the only high-end foundation I've got is this one by Urban Decay, and I've got a Jaclyn Hill one as well. I really used to like NARS, but I don't have money for NARS prices. How's the weather there today? It's been raining, Shannon. Aries, why are you being so horrible? Just remember, I can get you out as quick as you came in. One more chance. Okay, let me try and put this foundation back. It's alright to sit behind a keyboard, isn't it, and type horrible comments or horrible emojis. Would you say that to someone's face? I don't think you would. Right, I'm going to go in with this Glossier Stretch Concealer. I reported him to YouTube. Ah, well, they won't do anything. I mean, that really is classed as harassment. Even though it's only a little emoji. So this shade is G12, if I didn't already say. Yeah, it is very rude, Shannon. So I only just want attention. They're just attention seekers. You're a beautiful friend. Thank you. Right, so more significant pan there, which I'm really happy with. So now we're going to brush the brows out. Well, not really out, up. I can't believe I've got a freckle here. Who even gets a freckle that close to their brows? And I've got one here, like, just there. I mean, I don't know how I got them. Yes, I was in the sun, but I had factor 30 on. Looks like there's one over here as well. And they're certainly not spots because they're not lumpy. Right, I'm going to put some brow glue on next to brow glue. Just to make them stay in place. I don't need any colour going on them. I'm doing my mum's brows today. She said to me last night, she said, "Where's your brow stuff?" I mean, these look like they've gone down a lot since I dyed them. I dyed them the other day and they're still pretty dark. She said, "I thought you was going to tint my brows." And I said, "Oh, do you want me to?" And she said, "Yeah, bring it." And I said, "Don't worry, I won't go as dark as what I've gone on my hair." And she said, "I'm not bothered." So that's what I'll be doing tonight. Oh, I don't even know what I want, guys. Oh yeah, powder. We'll just go in with this one, this Rimmel 001 transparent. Right. Don't normally go over my eyelids because we're going to put some primer down, but never mind. We'll go in the T-zone as well. not with a lot of powder. Yeah, you can see spots are coming here. Right, contour. So we'll do contour because I didn't do it yesterday, and this will be going back in my collection soon. So it's the, I always forget the name of this one. It's in the shade Soft Tan, and it's a Sun Sculpt Liquid Contour. Really, really nice, guys. And that thing, like the contour on the sponge, will do your entire face, and then you'll have some left over. It's very wet. And it's not always going to be like that. There's just a lot of liquid in there, guys. I do like it though. I like this contour. Don't know what bronzer to use today though. Powder bronzer, I mean. I've got a cream bronzer by Revolution. We're going to use that. You thought it was blush. SheGlam do blushes in packaging like that. Have I got one? Yeah, I've actually got one. I think it's called Birthday Cake. I just really like the way this blends into the skin. It melts into the skin. And it's fast. Like if you just want to do contour, it's dead fast, but because I do cream bronzer and powder bronzer, that's what takes the most time in my opinion for makeup. This is why sometimes I leave it out. Right, I've got itchy eyes and the eyeshadow's not even gone on yet. Right, so now I've got to just make sure there's no, well, I mean, I don't think it would matter if there was any bronzer on that because I've only used one cream bronzer. This Shop My Stash rotation. Where are you? Oh, there. Right, so Revolution cream bronzer. It's in the shade Light and it's one of their ultra cream bronzers. I don't know if they still do this anymore. I was asked if I would buy it again and I wouldn't. Like my friend Sarah asked me if I'd buy it again and I said no. Not because it's not a good product, but because I've got better. Products from SheGlam are better than this. I mean, if anything, it's too creamy, I think. This does blend nice as well. And literally does look like the sun's hit my face. So now this is where the skin does really come alive. I can't believe there was a time when I didn't contour or bronze. Better do this because last time, well, not last time, but a while ago, I just didn't, and somebody had to remind me. You've got some under your chin. Right, so before I put the powder bronzer on, what I'm going to do is blend those into to each other. Just tap, tap, tap with a powder brush. And I love this powder brush. If you live in the UK, you can get it from Home Bargains. It's Olivia Hale. It's better than my Real Techniques one. Hi Jules, yes, I remember you. Okay, so that's all blended in there. Now I just need to figure out whether I want to do Pat McGrath or Too Faced for my bronzer. What have I used the most of? I think I've used them both equally. Yeah, we'll use the Too Faced. So Too Faced Sweet Peach Glow. I've had better days, Jules. How's your day going? Right, so we're going to go in with this bronzer brush. It really is quiet in here tonight. Maybe I should have come in later. But my YouTube channel, the analytics said between 7 and 8. And it's 7:45, so I thought that would have been the ideal time. It's alright, just did a workout, so trying to cool down, lol. Oh, sorry to hear your day's going bad. Want to talk about it. It's not even my day, Jules. It's my entire 3, 4, possibly 5 days. Last 5 days. Everything that could go wrong did go wrong. So, I mean, I will talk about it eventually. There's actually a video that's going to go either tomorrow or the day after, a longer form content one though, that explains why I'm not buying any makeup going forward. So some of it will be mentioned in there if you want to check that out. Right, so I don't know if I want to use the peach blush. I like it, but there's some other blushes in here I like. Yeah, because I'm doing a pretty golden look. I need to be using the peach blush, I think. So we're going to go in with this. We'll use this brush. I really like it, but it's going back in my collection. And we'll pull some others out tomorrow. We'll be doing all that live, so that normally happens in the afternoon, so I can use things later on that day. So there'll be 2 lives tomorrow. If you're interested in seeing my face, look at that glow. And what do I do for highlighter? Do I use the highlighter in the palette? Yeah, I think so. At least that way when I'm showing you all the products, I can talk about it. I don't think I like this highlighter. I just think it's too dark for my skin tone. But we'll put some on. I wish God would bless me, Shannon. Do you guys ever feel like everything's against you though? Like one thing will happen and then another and another and another. Right, now we're going to do setting powder, and I want to find the one that I was using before I pulled out the Huda Beauty one. Oh, it's there. Let's use that one. So, Revolution Beyond Radiance. I think I'm going to go in with these two. I know it looks dark, but the white should counteract the darkness of that. We're going to go in with quite a big powder brush, so you can see it's really fluffy, so it won't pick up a lot anywhere. And do circular movements. Now, I wouldn't say they're as good as Hourglass, but they do give the look of it. Well, after here, Jules, like it's 8 PM in the UK nearly. I've not made any dinner yet, so I'm going to do some dinner. I'm going to do an omelette, cheese and mushroom with a few chips. And then after that, I'm going to go and see my mum. And we're just going to chill out. I said I'd do my mum's brows, so I'm going to tint her brows today. And yeah, we're just going to chill out, have a bit of downtime. So that's looking really, really nice. Let me just see. Let me look at my pores. Yeah, it's helped with the pores and everything, those powders. So they are just like the Hourglass ones. Right, and then we've got this Dalba First Spray Serum. And this is supposed to minimise pores as well as making your face glowy. It is a facial spray, but I kind of use it as a setting spray. I break all the rules. So let's go in with this. Actually, I'm not going to use it yet. I'm going to do it once the eyeshadow's on, but before mascara. Right, eyeshadow base then. So it's very, very quick today. I mean, we're in like not even half an hour and I'm already on eyeshadow. Normally it's like an hour. What was yesterday? An hour and 10 minutes. That one was quick as well. But they've like, normally some of them are like an hour and a half. So we're going to be quick, I think. Oh, hey bestie. Hi Lisa. Hey Andy, which colour do you use for tinting brows? It's dark brown, but I'll leave it on a lot longer than it needs to be left on. So if you don't want it to be dark, I like my brows this dark because it's going to fade. It's going to be fading over time. And my brows are quite dark anyway. You know, with having red hair, people would think that they're really like strawberry or blonde. They're not. Like, if you went back, I don't know, about a week, you'd see just how dark they are naturally. But yeah, they say 5 minutes, leave it on for 5 minutes, take it off, and if you want them darker, do it again. But in the live that I showed how to do it, I left it on for 15, and I should have just left it there, to be honest. And then I went back and put it on for another 5 minutes. That's why they're as dark as they are, but I'm not mad at it. I think it looks okay. When you tint your brows, I feel like the darker you go, the thicker they look. And I like that thick brow. Oh, which colour do you... Yeah, I've replied to that, haven't I? Which colour do you use? It's by a company called Diva. I don't know if you'd be able to get that anywhere else but the UK. Amazon might do it though. But yeah, it's dark brown I use. I don't have red brows either. I don't have red brows. Like my brows, can you see where this is? They used to meet in the middle. I've been plucking them or like going to a beauty salon for them to pluck them for years, and so they're just not growing back. This is why I like tinting the brows, because they look thicker. I don't like a thin brow, so I'm just very lucky that they're not thin. Like even my eyelashes, like some redheads will have really light eyelashes. Mine just aren't, which I'm happy about. It's because of my heritage. Like my mum's really dark brows. Her mum was really dark brows. Like her mum had dark black hair. This is where it comes in the family. Like my brother's got dark hair. My sister's got dark hair. My brother's got dark hair and blue eyes, so my eyes are a bit like his. My sister's got dark hair and like a greeny hazel coloured eye, and then my mum's got like a greeny blue, and sometimes when I put different coloured makeup on, my eyes just look completely grey. But I was filming before, and that's for tomorrow. That's a video for tomorrow if I can get it edited on time. And my eyes literally looked so blue. I mean, they are blue, you know, but they looked really blue. And no worries, Dinah. If I can help, I will. Right, so we're going to go in with this to set that base. My neck is giving me grief today. I need to do my neck massages that the speech and language therapist gave me. What she's given me, I'll just quickly show you. So I'll just take my hair back. So you go behind your ear and there's a muscle, and then what you do is you make small circular movements until you get to the bottom. I can really feel it here, because she thinks I'm storing tension there. So you go all the way down to the bottom and then go all the way up to the top. So we have to do those massages on both sides. Then I have to kind of do one here. So it's kind of like doing a heart. So I like basically do it all the way across and down. And then she wanted me to do one on my voice box. I mean, that one is for the voice box. I have to do that several times. But she wanted me to actually, like, you know, do it on the voice box, like basically doing that on the voice box. And you need to be really careful if you do that one, because you can dislodge your voice box. You can like dislocate it, and I'm like, I'm not doing that one. You know, I need my voice box. Thank you very much. So yeah, there's lots of exercises for me to do, and of course the usual ones like that. And then just lots, and then basically, what was the other one that I didn't actually mind doing? I can't remember. There's so many. I'll remember in a minute. If I don't, maybe I'll remember next time. I mean, there's certain ones that you do, like when you go to the gym, like there's that one, like just stretching it out. So I do them anyway. But there was one that I quite liked doing. But anyway, she needs to give me these new exercises. She said she'd email them to me. I've still not got them yet. I went for the appointment last Friday. I know we're only on Tuesday, but come on, I mean, I had to ask for them last time. I had to ask for the previous exercises last time, so she really needs to, you know, do what she's going to say. Now, if I've not had these exercises by maybe Friday or midweek next week, I'll contact her. Hi Andy, I am not sure if you remember me, but I'm Isabella and I always used to watch your lives. Recently I have been going through a lot. I'm struggling with depression. I'm really sorry for missing your lives. Don't apologise, Isabella. I think I do remember you, yes. So that I would not do too. Like she said to me, she said, if you don't want to do it, don't do it. She said, I don't personally think you would dislocate your voice box. But she said, if you don't want to do it, don't do it. Have I not put blush on? I haven't, have I? Yeah, I did. Getting sidetracked. So today, there's only really one shadow left to use, which is this one. So this is Majestic. I have used it, I think, but not like all across the lid. So we're going to do a pretty neutral look with this shade, this shade, this shade. And maybe I'll put some green on the outer corner or on the lash line. I'm not too sure. I could actually use that as well. Right, let's get going then. So I'm going to go in with this small blending brush by Binge. It's from Shein, or Sheen, however you pronounce it. So let's go into the crease. But the thing behind your ear, I mean the massage I have tried the moment you Shauna is relieving. Yeah, it does feel relief, but I mean I've still got the pain down in my back, like the top of my back, my shoulder blade, and there's pain in my neck, and that's why she's asking me to do the massages. It's just here, you can feel the muscle here, and I can feel a tension of the muscle there. It shouldn't be like that. And I said, so what can I do then to for this not to happen, for it to get better? And she went, the only thing you can do at the moment is the exercises. You need to be doing them regularly, and then we might have to work on some vocal exercises. So that's my plan. I mean, you wouldn't think all this would affect how you speak, but she said I've got like restrictions here. That's what showed up on the exercise, so they need to sort something out for me. I'll do all the exercises they give to me, but if it doesn't work, then they need to sort something else out. Yeah, so this one that I'm using now is from the Natasha Denona Gold, I think. Nothing gets rid of it. Nothing gets rid of the tightness. Not even ibuprofen. Take ibuprofen for the pain. Doesn't work. So we've got a nice kind of mustard shade down. Then I'm going to mix these two because they're pretty much the same shade. Well, this one's lighter than this, but we'll mix them with this Real Techniques brush. This one is I have no clue, but it looks like that. Because I asked her as well, my speech and language therapist, why now? Why is this happening now? You know, I've not had a problem. I'm 47 years old and I've never had a problem up until last September. And she said, well, it could be the way you're sleeping. And I'm thinking to myself, what sleep? You know, I don't barely sleep 2-3 hours a night, and that's interrupted because I've got sleep apnea. But anyway, I said okay. And I said, but what about the redness and the fact that my throat's so raw? And they said, well, we don't know if it's a silent reflux because I've now been diagnosed with silent reflux. I don't believe it's just down to that. I'm sorry, but I just don't. But I'm taking the tablets. I'm taking the lansoprazole, and we'll see if the doctors get in contact because all the information's been sent to the doctors, and we'll see what they say. They might want me to go on more. Like my mum's just got reflux, and she's on 2 tablets a day. So they might ask me to do that. I mean, to be honest, I take more than enough tablets as it is, with me taking up tablets for my epilepsy. I hate taking anything else if I don't really have to, but on this occasion I have to, I know that. Right, I'm gonna go in with this shade again. So anyway, they're saying that it could all be linked, I think. This is why they want me to do these exercises. Now, if I've done these exercises and the issues still haven't gone, they need to get to the bottom of that. I'm not waiting around for another freaking year. Even if it means me going back to my doctors and saying, look, you need to refer me to someone that can help me. Right, I'm going to go in with Log, which is this dark brown one. It's ridiculous how long it's taken to diagnose. Yeah, I just don't believe it's just silent reflux. I'm sorry, I just don't. And they're saying, well, are you taking your tablets? Yeah, but I mean, how long do I wait, you know? Like, do I wait a month? Once I've taken him a month, I go back and see the doctor and just say, look, I'm still in excruciating amounts of pain. What can be done about this? I think I will do that. And I'll say, I'm sorry, I can't help you. You've been referred. It's several different brands, Raya. I'm using Natasha Denona at the moment from, like, I build my own palette. I've done a BYOP on the new Glaminatrix grounded palette that's come out. I've done my own version of it. So the shades from Colourpop, Glaminatrix Cosmetics in there, and also Natasha Denona from different palettes that I've got. So it's not actual a physical palette that you can buy. If you've got the same shade, you can make it up yourself. I'll show you what it looks like anyway, because I think you've only just come in. Looks like that. So let's get some glitter glue on. Let's use the glitter primer, the Technique one. I can't believe where all the people are. Even on a bad night, there's more people than this in. I need to try and find a different brown eyeliner. With me having to chuck my other one out, my Wayne Goss one out, which I'm sad about really. I mean, I've got enough eyeliners in here, but I don't know if I've got a brown one. Oh, there's a couple. Oh wait, what's that? That looks like a NYX one. Well, I didn't know I had. Right, so these names are so long. NYX Slide On, Glide On, Stay On, and Definitely a Turn On Waterproof Extreme Shiner Eyeliner in golden bronze. Let's use that. Oh, that looks like the, I mean, I don't know whether Amy gave me this, because I don't think I bought this, but this one looks like the Urban Decay one I wanted. Right, let me just warm it up. I've got some new freckles on my hands. I went out the other day in the sun, and I've got a freckle up here, a freckle just like here, and I don't know why I've just got freckles there. Normally they come down here on your cheeks, don't they? Oh, that's nice. I don't think I bought this. And it's more of a, like it says, more of a bronzy one rather than a brown one. I'm looking forward to doing my new Shop My Stash tomorrow. Some of it might be staying in, but I've got a lot of cream blushes that I want to bring. I want to bring them all in. I think I've got about 4 or 5. Maybe the exercises will help a little bit. Yeah, maybe they'll ease it. But it seems, my opinion, they are unable to give you a diagnosis and a treatment that helps. It's a bit like a diversion. I mean, it seems to me like they're making excuses, Dinah. It seems to me like they want to basically tell me what's wrong. They want to blame it on silent reflux. Silent reflux is a worse a condition than normal reflux, because you don't know it's there, and yes, it can cause some redness and, you know, rawness in the voice. But if I've had silent reflux pretty much for a long period of time, yeah, I mean, if it's not treated, it could get worse. I can accept that, but I just can't accept like the pressure here. This is obviously why she's giving me these exercises, and they need to go through it properly. Like she said, you know, we might have to give you some vocal coaching. Right, so Majestic, guys, let's just put that all over the lid. So as far as I'm aware, that's not, I'm not saying it's not a special shade, I'm saying it's like a metallic. Does it? Yeah, pressed pigment. And it's nice, but I like my shifty shades, so it looks like that. We'll do something special with that anyway. If you was in the live yesterday, you saw the transformation of that one. Yeah, you can see it's just a nice pressed. It's very soft, like the eyeshadow is very soft. It's not powdery, chalky or anything, it glides on smoothly. There is a bit of a gold reflect. What? You better not have. You better not have. You already ordered me something. Oh, speaking of gifts, this isn't a gift actually. So I got in contact with Albert Lyon. Do you know how the package went to the wrong address yesterday? So the package went to, I'm obviously not going to say my address. It went to at the bottom of the road where I live. I live on a cul-de-sac. So I live at the top. So I went down to the bottom, looked in the bins, honestly. And then she had like a storage unit. So basically a door was there and she had a storage cupboard here. So I looked in there was nothing there. So I went knocking on the door. I don't know if I said this in yesterday's video because I was fuming. I went knocking on the door twice, and she said, "Oh, did you knock?" She came out in her pajamas and a dressing gown. And I said, "Oh yeah, I'm just wondering if you've got a package for me." And she went, "Oh, are you Andrea?" And I said, "Yeah." She said, "It did come about an hour ago." And I'm thinking to myself, it says it was delivered at 8:20. I was down there for about 8:25, 8:30. So that wasn't an hour ago. Anyhow, I got in contact with Albert Lyon today, and they claim basically what it was me typing in my sister's address and me putting my postcode in. Now I've done that several times. I'm really concerned about what's going on in my brain to be typing my sister's address. I know where she lives. I know her postcode like the back of my hand. I used to live with her. So I'm concerned that I'm doing like her address, my postcode. So Albert Lyon have basically said it was delivered to a safe place, and I said, well, I did look in the bins. I looked pretty much all over. I went down to the woman's house. I said, I don't know what more you want me to do. I've done your courier's job. And she said, right. She said, well, we'll need to investigate then, but you need to sign a form. And I'm like, sign a form? And then they'll say, if we investigate and we find out that you've lied and that you have received the package, it will be a fraudulent case. But in the meantime, what address would you like it to go to? We'll send you a replacement out. So in one hand, threatening email, and in another, Oh, we'll send you a replacement out though. So I will be getting those earrings, which is nice of them considering they didn't have to do it. I was the one that made the mistake with the postcode, not them. Because you have to actually input it into the system, obviously, for the delivery. Anyway, I've done it right this time. But my question is, I'm very worried. It isn't the first time I've done that. Would you, like, if that was you or someone that you loved and cared about, would you get them to go to the doctors? I mean, I do suffer with epilepsy, but that's never bothered me before. I just don't know what to do about it. My sister said, don't do anything about it. Just like be more alert when you're making online orders. Just, be alert. Concentrate. Don't concentrate on what's going on around you. Right, so, well, I did. Lisa! That's naughty. She deserves it. Dinah makes me happy to make Andy happy. I'm sure I will be happy with whatever you've got on me, but you spent a freaking fortune on Glaminatrix. Right, I'm going to blend this out. I feel like it's too dark up here. Yeah, she's very sweet, Dinah. Hi, Paint It. I'm confused. Did the lady not have the parcel? No. That's what she said. Like, she came out and she said, no, she said he came about an hour ago, which, according to his tracking, that's untrue. So I don't know if I believe her. And she said he was going to go away and find you tomorrow. And I'm like, oh, okay. And she's like, well, do you want to leave your number with me and I'll call you if he comes back? And I'm like, yeah, I can do. That's really nice of you. If you could ring me. She's probably got the package. But you can't really blame someone, can you? So I've got to wait now. I've got to wait. I don't know if I'll have to wait until they do the investigation. I've got to wait. Like, I've signed the form. They said they'll send it out. Like, so they're going to do the investigation and claim the money back from Every. Because in a way, we're both kind of in the wrong. Every should have looked at the address, like it said for, and then my sister's address, and they delivered it to 4, and then where I live, the street. This is getting incredibly hard to explain properly to you guys. The street where I live. I mean, Lisa will understand. And yeah, that happened. And she's saying she never received it. She said that he took the package away. So, but they're saying it was left in a safe place, and I could see it on the photo because you have to scan the actual package. I could see it on the photo, and it was kind of like him handing it over, but I could see a full bin because it's been day today. I could see a full bin, and it had stuff in it. So I honestly don't know where they put it, Anyway, I think you're under a lot of stress with a lot on your mind. Yeah, you're not wrong, but I mean, to do it so many times. I want to go in with this green from the Natasha Denona gold palette, I think, as well. Just on the outer corner. I don't think I'm going to do anything for the lash line. Where have I put that mirror? Oh, my sister's going to be going crazy, Lisa. Another package. Sorry, not sorry. The courier should be able to confirm where he delivered it. That's what I told them. They said it was delivered to the address on the package. Sabina, you know, my sister hasn't got it. I asked her if she could check her bins. And it shouldn't even be going to the bins, because I mean, at the end of the day, they could have fit that through the post box. Anyway, I'm going to be getting a new set of earrings, so that's all that matters. I'm going to go in with a bit more of that majestic shade. Pastel Roses have got this sale on. They have some lovely shades on there, but I'm like, no, until you have used, or some have expired, I mean, it won't be happening now for a good long while. You're not allowed to get any new shades. Just want to be using what I've got. Right, so going back in with that. Don't do it. I'm not doing nothing, Lisa. I'm just talking, and I will talk about makeup releases. I'm not going to be completely oblivious to them. If I see them, I'll talk about them. Natasha Denona's brought a mini palette out, speaking of new makeup releases. I don't know what it's called. It looks nice. It looks a bit like the mini retro, but then it's got some other shades that are really nice in there. So, right, what do I want to do? I think I want to try and hit a little bit more pan on this. I mean, you can see it, can't you, there? What I've done. And I was thinking, you know, I'm like, no, I don't want to use it up. But I do want to use it up. That's the whole point. Yeah, I was saying to my sister, you know, because I had to go out and get a new washing machine because mine broke. I was saying, no more treats for me for a while. And even on the video that I did, I said no more makeup will be coming into my collection, apart from what Lisa got me. She got me something from Glaminatrix. So I'm personally staying away from Primark, staying away from TK Maxx. TK Maxx is going to be hard. It's my favourite shop for makeup. You know, I bought quite a lot of high-end palettes from there. Can never get the left eye, the inner corner highlight, as good as the right. But yeah, if I go to town with my mum, I can't go in them shops. It's just not good for me. At least in the interim, like in the next few months. Can you guess? I don't want to guess in case I guess it wrong. You can just tell me. Or you can leave it as a surprise. There's only one thing on my wish list. The one thing I asked my sister for. And she said no. So today is in the video that I'm going to post tomorrow. I was talking to her just via text actually this time. I've been talking to her on the phone. And I asked her what she wanted for her birthday, because her birthday's coming up in September. And she told me she just wants some PJs. And I was saying like about the washing machine, about how much I'm not going to get treats for a very long time. And I sent her the picture of the Charlotte Tilbury blush. And I'm like, she's like, you've got a treat, a new washing machine. I'm like, that's not a treat, that's a necessity. Who would call a washing machine? It's an appliance. And she's like, yeah, but you need it, so you know that's a treat. And I'm like, no, this is a treat. And then I said, do you want to buy it for me? Only kidding. I would never ask anyone for that. It's a lot of money. She said, cheeky cow. And I'm like, all right, do you want to buy it me for Christmas? Because I'll still be on my no by then. There'll be no Black Friday shopping. I'm going to be like this come Black Friday. Ugly crying. So, right. Do I like that? No, I think I want to put some more of this one. Just a little bit higher. I don't think I like how it's looking so brown. You won't get it wrong. Well, like I said, the only thing that's on my wish list is that Charlotte Tilbury blush. Unless I've told you something else that I wanted. I did mention a palette a while ago, but I'm not too bothered about that now. Oh gosh, can you hear the guys outside? Right, I want to go back into this. Oh! No! Why have you done that? That's expensive. A little tears. A little tears forming. Oh, don't make me ruin my makeup now. Where's that brush? Oh, it's there. Because I can. No, you're supposed to be saving your money, not spending it on me. I don't like this look, guys. I do like the fact that I've hit more pan there though. What can I do? Shall we put some more of that shade that I absolutely loved yesterday in? Absolutely, it's just like a loving person surprises you with a cooking pot on your birthday. Exactly, Dan. I'm going to go in with this. I really love this shade. Now, I don't know what it's called. It looks like IS1. But some of the print's worn off. It was like that when I got it. Right, let's try and do something here. Even though I've kind of brightened it up, but let's make it nice. You're going to horse camp tomorrow, that's nice. I'm just going to pretty much do what I did yesterday. Put a lot of this in the crease. It's not going to look as nice though. What colour did you get anyway? Did you get rosy glow or pinky glow? Pink glow? Because my sister can get me the other one. I still think, let me smell the Dior one, because my friend Tammy's got a couple of them, and she is saying on her Dior one she can smell licorice and other stuff. Oh, it's just there. I don't know why I'm moving everything. Right, so I'm going to try and stay objective. Oh, Rosy Glow. That's the one I wanted first. So this is it. It's really, really pretty. I think the Rosy Glow is going to match this. It's going to be pretty much the same shade, but a different formula. Can't wait to try it because it's mainly skincare. Well, let me... That's spearmint. There is something else in there, but that is spearmint. I think it's just because I don't like spearmint. Maybe I can smell it stronger than everyone else. So, what can I do? Nothing really, I don't think. Right, let me go in with this white. This matte white here. Because I don't want it that dark up there. So I want to try and brighten it. I'm very excited now, Lisa. I can definitely smell mint on mine with something else I can't identify, but it's not licorice. Like Tammy was saying, I wonder if licorice is different in the UK to how it is in Canada. I don't know. I wouldn't have thought that licorice would smell that different. Maybe I need to buy some licorice. I don't like what I've done with the shade on the lid. I'm hoping once I've got some mascara on it's just gonna transform and look beautiful. You should have it by the end of the week. Right, well I need to speak to her. I'm gonna have to word it like this. I'm gonna have to say, is it okay for Lisa to send a package to your house? Because if she thinks you've done it before, goodness help me. Right, so first of all, before I put mascara on, I'm going to go in with the Dalba First Spray Serum, Hydrated and Radiant Skin. Maybe I can pull it out then for the Shop My Stash. I'm going to be pulling the Dior one out, so I don't want to wait an entire month before I use it. I've got about four cream blushes, five cream blushes. I'll buy you some PJs. The ones that I'm buying aren't that bad. Actually, I think £18. She's like, get me cuffed. You know I don't like that long leg. Okay. Can't believe she's going to be 51 this year. There's some perks for being the youngest child. I always wanted to be the oldest. Like I feel like bullied is pretty extreme, but they used to pick on me a bit, my brother and sister, just because I was the youngest, and the youngest always gets picked on. I feel like I can feel my like hair on my lip. Yeah, I feel like that, but yeah, I feel like if I would have had a sister or a brother, a younger one, maybe I could have shown some assertiveness. But I'm too nice a person. My mum's always saying that about me. She's like, you're too nice. Oh, I haven't told you the mascara. It's the one I used yesterday. 17 Bigger Better Lash. It's a dupe for the Better Than Sex, but at nowhere near the cost. The only thing is, I don't know if the one's meant to be like that, but it looks bent. Can you see? On that angle, it looks bent. I do like the mascara though. We're not making this into a song, Shannon. Or are we? So now, in that drawer that I've been showing for the past couple of months, I've used everything. All the glosses, all the lip balms. So I'm pretty much free to use whatever I want now. Yeah, so I'm doing an omelette tonight. Okay. Well, I don't think I'm pretty impressed with that. But that's just one shade. I don't think it's a single. That's the issue. I think it's what I've combined it with. If I would have combined it more with the yellows, I think I would have liked it more. But it just looks murky. Oh, I was singing it in my head as I was typing it. Do you know what's been in my voice? Giorgio Siwa. That new song that she's brought out. Well, it's not her song, it's a cover version. And that's been in my voice. I'm not even a fan of Giorgio Siwa, really. I watched her on Big Brother this year. Right, so what am I using? Am I using any of these? I think I'm just going to use a red, guys. I was going to use a red yesterday and all these have been used. So let's not worry about them. I'm going to use this again soon. This was another gift off Lisa. Glaminatrix, Nearly Natural. I have used it, but I want to use these greens. That'll be nice. So, red. I'm always drawn to this one. Always drawn to it. So, shall we just use it? This one's Heroin. I don't even need to look at the top. It's in the shade 25, Heroin. Don't know the song or the singer you just mentioned. I've forgotten the song now, but it's gone viral on TikTok. And on one of my TikToks I did, her song's in it. Or Betty Davis Eyes, that's what it's called. And somebody else did it before her, and the person that did it before her is really going crazy. And the fact that Jojo Siwa is brought it out, I mean, everyone's saying, oh my god, it sounds like she's got a permanent sore throat, and I'm like, welcome to the club. And I think she sounds really good, to be honest. I think she's done a good job with the cover. Obviously, it wasn't the woman's that did it before her. It's like, to me, it looks like that song was done in the 80s, and it must not be hers. Like, because Jojo Siwa and the company wouldn't be able to just take it, would they? They need to have like permission. But this woman's not happy. Oh, you like the original? Her name is on the tip of my tongue because I went and watched it. But yeah, I mean, it's literally going viral everywhere. People are taking the mick out of her, like Giorgio, that is, not the original. People were saying that the original person did it better. They're dressing up like these people, mainly men, dressing up as Giorgio Siwa with a blonde wig, and like there's a person that's also saying, Giorgio's got it right. She's basically, she's got this raspy voice. So yeah, I mean, I'd go and check it out. You don't even need to go and check it out. You just need to go and check my TikTok or my YouTube short out from yesterday, because I'm sure it's on my YouTube short as well. Almost I haven't put that up yet. I'm sure I have. Classic. I'd heard it before, but then when she brought it out, I was like, Giorgio is what I mean, not the other person. When she brought it out, I was thinking to myself, she's not actually doing a bad job. What are people calling her for? You know? And I saw the one where she was actually in concert, and then the longer version is she met someone called Chris Hughes in the Big Brother house in the UK, and she's absolutely besotted with him, even though she has come out like as a lesbian. She's now not, like, she's saying she's bisexual now, I think. And she was actually had a girlfriend while she was in the Big Brother house, and basically the girlfriend flew from Australia all the way to the UK. And from what the girlfriend said, she's called Kath Ebbs. From what she said, she was just told to leave. Like, Giorgio didn't want anything to do with her anymore, so she made like a story time on it, and Giorgio's saying that didn't happen at all. So yeah, I don't know the ins and outs. They only know that. But yeah, she seems really happy with this Chris Hughes, and it's kind of like, well, how long is it gonna last? Because there was a really good couple on Big Brother from a couple of years ago, a gay couple, and they've recently split up. It's not lasted. I think maybe it was 2 years ago. They were such a cute couple. So yeah, I do like it when people couple up, but it's kind of like, how long is it gonna last? Like, we've got Love Island as well. Those couples in that Love Island show don't tend to last 5 minutes when they come out of the show. Anyway, I'm rambling about nothing. Can I just put a bit more of this shade on with my little finger? Oh yeah, that's gone on better. So this palette is going to stay put like this. Now, I know it's not really a dupe for the... I know the shimmers aren't a dupe for the Glaminatrix one I'm getting. But I feel like some of the mattes are. So we're going to be doing swatches. And I do have other singles in my collection, so I might even have some of the shimmers that are closer. But we will see when it comes. But this is the look. I don't mind it, you know, it's just not one of my favourites. My favourite look was yesterday's look. You can see that on pretty much all my social media, apart from like Instagram. New likes, Sabina. So with Instagram, they take a while to get over there. They're always on TikTok first, and then slowly and gradually I get them over to Instagram. If you're following me there, that is, you'd see them eventually. Hi Travis. Yeah, I do remember you. Anyway, I'm gonna love you and leave you guys, because I'm done now. Thank you for joining me. Thank you for my gift, Lisa. And I will see you again soon. Bye, guys. I've just cancelled that, Travis. Yeah, it has been a while. You came in right at the last minute, though. So maybe join me in the next live. Bye. It'll be interesting once you get the original, if you can match the shades a bit closer. Yeah, because I do have quite a lot of singles. You're welcome. Sorry, no problem, Travis. Just came in at the wrong time. Normally, I used to do my lives at 9. I think I've even done a live before now at 10, but I'm trying to go early, 7 to 8 p.m. UK time. So if you want to come in future, just remember they're earlier than they used to be. Anyway, gonna love you and leave you again, and I'll see you all soon.